presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Al in Tampa. Hey, Al, what's going on?
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, if your listeners don't get the gold report, they're missing out. I mean, with your gold report, you just printing money. I love it.
You're my best ad out there, Al. Let's go to Jeff in New Jersey. Hey, Jeff, what's going on?
Great. Hey, listen, I was calling to thank you. A few weeks ago, you were prompting on your show to fill out that $10,000 grant.
Yes.
So I filled it out, and just a couple days ago, I found $1,000 in my business checking account.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah.
And I owe it to you, because if it wasn't for your prompting, I would have just assumed, no way I would have gotten anything. So I wanted to thank you.
No, we appreciate you growling a problem with us here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Be impeccable with your word. Seek to know the truth. When you hear an opinion and believe it, you make an agreement, and it becomes part of your belief system. The only thing that can break this agreement is to make a new one based on truth. Only the truth has the power to set you free. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials trading up 107. NASDAQ is up 138. S&Ps are up 28. Gold contract down $11.80, trading at $19.47 an ounce. We have silver up 8 cents, $24.03 an ounce. Light sweet crude down up $1.06, $81.21 a barrel. Notes and bonds. 10-year note down 9 ticks, trading 114.27. The 30-year off 13 at 130.13. The 10-year right now, folks, is yielding 3.493. And if we go back, let's just see what this is in the last 6 months. Still low, man. This is pretty wild. Every time you do this, so the low for 6 months is 2.5, folks, and the high is 4.2. And King Dollar. We go take a look at King Dollar out here. King Dollar is up 192 ticks, trading 101.834. The euro is out here at 108. The yen is at 130, and the British pound is at 124 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, you got a Thursday in the marketplace. We have a lot more earnings that will be coming out, no doubt. The swing up here, that's what the indices are going after. So the swing inside the SPY, we're dealing with 410. And right now you're at 403. What we're going to get out here is that you are going to get a contraction of volume out here today. We've done 49 million. Bottom line is that you're going into a downdraft with 108, but I expect we're still going to get there. We go into the NDX 100. Now, the NDX 100, as well as the composite ABC structures on the way up. Bottom line, that price projection inside the Qs is at the 298. Right now, you're at 292. The swing point's 296. 298 is the number. If we go to the Tesla, we're talking about Tesla. Tesla's an ABC up. Bottom line, it came through. You take a look at this, here was the ABC up, which is on Monday, took the B point out, bottom line, they pulled another rabbit out of their hat, but the bottom line is an ABC up. Now let me just look at this, what this was. This was, 136. It was a good one. It's the 35.8 to B. So 45, 55, 160. It's just about finished. Now, that doesn't mean anything in the long term because ICE is laying out at 177. So this ABC up is to 160, but 177, that's where you can expect some heavy-duty flak. And if we take a look at this, you're going to see just from the highs to the lows, right now you just jumped over the 23% retracement. It's on its way to the 38% retracement. Now, the 38% retracement, no, it's in between. It's almost like a 40% retracement where, let's see, right there. Yeah, no, it's just short. This is going to be interesting to watch. It's just short of 38% retracement where ICE also sets up. Some of the higher volume equities out here, and it's going to be a low volume day out here today. You have Tesla is the runner. That's up $13.5. Nvidia's up $3.5. Amazon's up $150. You talk about, I'll get to Amazon in a second, but Amazon, they just bought a huge place out in California. They paid $123 million for it 16 months ago, and they just put it for sale, and they already get a buyer. But it's pretty amazing. When these companies start retracting, man, they retract fast and furious. So I guess you go up fast, you come down fast. Microsoft, let's go look at Microsoft. So this is interesting because what you had with Microsoft is that, look at that wasn't performing, it's going to do it. Unbelievable. Yep. It's taking its swing out. Let me see this. That was 31.9. Yeah. That's the bottom line. This is an ABC up too, you know. Actually, the ABC up would be negated. It would be negated because what happens? So picture this, folks. This could have been a complex ABC, but it's negated. The reason it's negated, see all that volume from yesterday? You can't go up with volume. Well, when the ABC was established, we went up with volume, we pulled back with light volume, and then it broke the B point. It broke the B point on Monday. Then they came out with their numbers, and this could have turned into a complex one. A complex one would mean that you'd go down, then you go after the B point again. But on a complex ABC structure on the way down, you also have to go down with light volume. This did not go down with light volume. But I suspect, guess what? If the Qs want to go make that run, you're still going to get more buyers inside of Microsoft. That's how that baby's set up. If we go take a look at the Dow Industrials, strength versus the weakness out here today. Okay, so you have Chevron is putting 52 positive points. Salesforce 48, Microsoft 38. Taken away from it, IBM minus 35, Home Depot minus 25, and Merck minus 15. Inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness inside the NDX. Tesla 9.5% up, Pinduoduo 7.5%, Datadog 5.5%. Taken away from it. Rivian down 3.5%, CSX down 2%, and Enphase Energy down 1.5%, and AstraZeneca is off 1.1%. We go and we take a look at the, let's go look at Amazon, because that's pretty wild. I mean, you talk about fast cutting back, but I guess it didn't say what the contract is on this building they just bought, but you can see how quick things actually have changed. And they had bought this for the next generation of warehouse space for Amazon. Maybe they're figuring something else out. We take a look at Amazon. You can see you're coming up to the swing, and it's not going to have enough juice. The swing has 79 million shares. You're coming at that with 52 million. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. We have the Dow. Dow Industrials right now. That's trading up 141. NASDAQ is up 149. S&P's up 31. We'll come right back.
Currencies, commodities, and bond markets are as important as ever right now with how they're driving the volatility in equity markets across the globe, which is why it's a great time to try out Teddy Kegstat's Tiger Forex Report. Teddy Kegstat breaks down the Forex markets every Monday using his 30-plus years of experience as a trading veteran of futures, Forex, stocks, and options. Teddy releases his weekly Tiger Forex Report every Monday morning with coverage of all the major currency pairs, including the dollar index, the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, as well as many more, and he also has weekly coverage of the crude oil market and the 30-year T-bonds, as they both influence Forex markets tremendously. When you sign up for the Tiger Forex Report, you also gain instant access to Teddy's 60-minute webinar archive he just hosted, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, What is Behind the Tiger Forex Report. For all the details and to start your 30-day Tiger Forex Report subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the market's open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now trading up 151, NASDAQ up 155, S&P's up 32. Now, check this out, folks. Okay, so we had a bond auction today, a 7-year bond auction. And bottom line, the amount of folks that are looking for bonds, and because what has happened is this. So picture what has actually happened. For years, you couldn't make money in the bond market. Well, you could make money because the bottom line is that, bonds had gone up in price and down in yield for so long. Yeah, there's plenty of money that was made there, but I'm talking about the past year. It's not even close, okay? That being said, the amount of demand versus the supply in the bond market is astronomical, okay? In fact, this auction, okay, probably was the strongest auction in the last 40 years. It's that dramatic, folks, okay? So if you hear people talking about that, you don't think you're going to be able to put debt over, it's not even close. And what that also says is that how much cash is actually on the sidelines looking to get into treasuries. So what ended up happening is this, is that they did $35 billion. It was actually awarded $3.517, which was lower by 200 basis points. That's pretty intense. No, not 200 basis points. They thought it was going to go off at 3.717. It's a big number. And the second part of this, so check out the second part. The second part is unusual, there's no doubt. That the primary dealers, okay, only got 6.1% of the deal. Now, that is the lowest amount that a primary dealer has got since 2003. That's, so what's happening here is this, so picture, if you have institutions that have huge amounts of cash, you have trust funds that have huge amounts of cash, you have pension funds that have huge amounts of cash, you have insurance companies, right? And the bottom line is that the way this is going, it looks to me like the cool thing here is that I expect the Fed to turn around and get that short-term rate, folks, to basically 5%. And that's only 2 1/4 point hikes, okay? And that's where I think this thing is going. And the first one's going to be next week, all right? That being said, what has happened is that there is so much cash out here, and people are more than willing to say, okay, I'm going to make 3.5%. I get a 7-year, note, and I'm in. Because what has happened, there's a trend that's being developed here. The last auction. So the last one was in June. Let me get this. No, in May. Yeah, the last 7-year auction. Check this out. The last 7-year auction, which was May of 2022, was also successful in a big way. And the primary dealers only got 6.4% of it. So, you know, this is a new dynamic, meaning that inside of the bond market, that cash is an asset now, you know. Let's go take a look at Home Depot, HD. So we take a look at Home Depot. Excuse me. The low is 264. The high is 371. They're coming out with numbers on the 21st of February. I'm not quite sure which way you want to go on this, but I'd say it's going downtown. So 4 months ago, you're at 265. A month ago, you're at 347. Put this on a weekly, and you have a consolidation, but it's still inside the lower range. So my take is this is going lower. Sherwin-Williams, SW, SHW, I believe. Yeah, so they come out with numbers today. Let's take a look at Sherwin-Williams. And Sherwin-Williams has it both ways, folks, meaning the amount of, this is down 10%. So what Sherwin-Williams has plenty of contractors, plus they have plenty of homeowners, okay? You're talking about selling huge amounts of paint, right? So let's see what they did. And first I want to see what they did, and then we'll explain. Okay, so they did, look at this. That's $800 million less. Whoa, baby, that's a lot. So they did $5.2 billion, and they brought $1.89 to the bottom line. Now let's see what they say they were going to do. Okay, so the adjusted number is like this. The estimate had been $10.16, 18 cents. This is for the year, folks. Now they only see $8 to $8.65. The earnings they saw at $7.59. Now they see $6.79. Now the quarter results go like this. So that's looking forward, okay? The quarter results go like this. The estimate had been $1.86, and they come in at $1.34. Their net sales went up. They're saying the net sales went up 9.8%. Oh, that's year over year. Okay. Consumer brands is down 2.4%. They break this out. This is pretty cool. Yeah, bottom line is that, let's see. And so what you really want to understand, too, let's look at this, is that if these rates stay higher, folks, there's going to be more pressure. That's the real bottom line. So you put this on a weekly. Yeah, this is game to go down to the bottom again. Yeah, I mean, the bottom of this range is 195. If we go over to Marine Max, now Marine Max, you know, they're headquartered right here. Where are you, Marine Max? There we go, HZO. So if we take a look at Marine Max, the low is 27, the high is 50. They just come out with their numbers. Now watch their numbers. This is kind of cool watching this. So they were looking for adjusted earnings of $1.64. They did $1.24. They were looking for earnings per share at $1.59, and they did 89 cents. They were looking, now this is interesting too, because the revenue did go up 7.5%. Comp sales went down only 1%. Now, if we take a look at this, this is way off its highs. 6 months ago, it was trading at 44. You're at 30. We put this on a weekly. Yeah, it's going to go after its lows. Now, you know what's so intriguing about this, folks, okay? in St. Pete, there was a big boat show last weekend. Of course, Bridget and I went to the boat show. We like boats. We love boats. And all these guys, their whole rap, listen, I saw enough boats that were sold, but their rap was, yeah, no, things haven't slowed down, things haven't slowed down. Yeah, let me tell you something. See this? Things have slowed down. You just went from $70 to $30. Yeah. That would be, as we say in the business, talking your book. And man, they were talking their book. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. We have the Dow. Dow Industrials down, up 171. NASDAQ up 173. S&P's up 36. We'll come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metal sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, Butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So you got Bed Bath & Beyond. So what happened here is that J.P. Morgan just basically gave him a default notice. So intraday, this thing just went from 347 down to 210. Right now, you're trading at 255. I'm telling you, folks, if you own this thing, even when you're day trading, whatever you're doing, do not take this thing overnight. You're going to wake up in the morning, and this thing is going to be done. So this is the beginning of, let's see what they say. Bed Bath & Beyond said it received a default notice from J.P. Morgan after it fails to repay and satisfy certain creditor protections. The creditors have demanded immediate payment of the company's debt. That's how this thing shakes out, folks. What ends up happening, all these covenants that are inside of loans, if one goes south, then all of a sudden the expansion goes pretty dramatically. So just beware. That's the real bottom line. Understand exactly what's happening. Now let's go to ExxonMobil because there's no doubt. I want a couple of our Tigers have this, and this is taking the B point out, and it has volume. So the low 73, the high's 117. That's out here today. It's up $4.13. So, and it looks like it's going to have it on the weekly also. So if we put this on the weekly, which if it gets it on the weekly, your probability goes much higher that you're going to get what you need. What does get interesting is that yesterday, I mean, on a weekly, I just plunged down. You know, might take, though, I'm going to use the highest high, and the highest high here, well, I'm going to use the week before, because the week before I had more volume. Had 90 million shares. Right now, what's happened, you get 57, 67, 70. Yeah, you're going to have lighter volume. You're going to have lighter volume in the weekly. But bottom line is breaking topside. It is breaking topside. And it has volume on the daily. It should. Let's see. So if we did... No, it's not going to have volume. Hold it. No, it's not. It's breaking out, but it's not going to have volume. You did 15 million, you get 29 million on the daily. Let's go see what the XLE has done. Because you get Chevron and... Yeah, see, that still doesn't reach it. Interesting, man. Yeah. So the XLE, you're taking a swing point out today with 14 million versus 19. So that's not a big deal, man. You know, we'll see how that baby shakes out. But if we go over to the oil contract, let's take a look at the oil contract here. $247,000 contracts traded today. See, the oil contract hasn't been able to take out these highs. You get good volume though. We'll see what happens. It's been hanging up here for quite some time. The number that's trying to get above, which is having a tough time, is 82. We hit 82.14 today, back down. Now you're at 81.16. Volume is there. We'll see whether it can actually get that price going to get above it and to stick above it. Let's go take a look at Chevron, CVX. Chevron right now is up $8, and I see what happens. So Chevron, this is going to get really interesting because I'm not quite sure what's moving it. But Chevron comes out with their numbers tomorrow morning. But it's got juice underneath it, man. Chevron better do good tomorrow morning after this getting popped like this. I mean, because the high on Chevron is up there at a price point of 189. Right now, you're at 187. You know, so. And let's go over and see how the market is operating with the Google suit going on. Not doing a thing to it. Google's up 239. We go take a look at Netflix. Yep. Well, it's down 220, but Netflix, talk about off your lows, man. I mean, Netflix has some real juice behind it. Yeah, I mean, you go back, we just went from 160. Yeah, oh my God. That's pretty intense, actually. Well, that's a year and a half, though. But 122 to 365. Oh, I see. Thank you, Peter. So Chevron, folks, is all about a buyback. They're buying back shares. So I suspect that's what ExxonMobil's looking at. Also, more than likely, that's what they're looking at. That's what's actually giving it some juice inside of the marketplace. Let's go here with Tesla had to say about its numbers, because they're saying, he's saying that he's going to be able to do. Tesla shares rose double digits after Elon Musk teased potential for the car maker to produce 2 million vehicles this year and minimize the effect of drastic price cuts to its electric vehicles. The electric car market leader said it will increase output as quickly as possible in line with the long-standing goal to grow by 50% annually over multiple years. Okay, so now let's just see, you know, what he's actually grown. So 50% a year in multiple years. Where? Look at this. For some reason, I don't have the growth there. He's not growing 50%, man. When I look at these numbers, he's never grown 50%. Now, I only have the numbers back to 2019, folks, okay? But he's never grown 50%. 2019, 24 billion. 2020, 31 billion. 2021, $53 billion. 2022, $81 billion. 2023, I don't know where he's getting this thing. This guy's a trip, man. He's actually growing on a 3-year basis by 23%. Yeah. So he loves the exaggeration, man. But he gets away with it. That's the amazing part. That is the thing that is unbelievable about how he does it and what he can do. Let's go take a look at that. I want to look at the euro and the dollar because the dollar hasn't been able to get any traction. That being said, if it gets traction, guess what? That's when you're going to see this market go south. Now, I suspect, this is what's really cool about ABC structures, folks, right? So we know that the NDX 100 has an ABC structure on the way up, as does the NASDAQ composite, okay? So the way that I look at the market, I said, okay, let that finish. Now, as that's finishing the ABC structure on the way up, that is when I suspect that for somehow this dollar can get traction. Because what does happen is that when you get the aspect of the ABC finishing, most of the time markets will either go side. If you get an ABC up, most of the time market will go sideways or pull back. That would be the shot where the dollar could actually do something. So gas, we're back to the gas. Let's look at gas. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So the gas market, what happened? I don't get this. Intraday bounce, no. My take is gas is still going down. Gas, gas to me is like $1.52, and right now you're at what, 2 something? Yeah. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. You know, that doesn't mean it won't go, but I don't see it. The thing with the gas thing, which I think is so cool, understanding, is that we know it's full. So it's not like you don't have to speculate what's going on. But you not only know it's full, you know that they're flaring the rest of them. So as soon as any gas goes out, more gas is going to go in. Well, stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow Industrials right now up 139, NASDAQ up 166, S&P's up 33. Come right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD, Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up 149, Nasdaq's up 166, S&Ps are up 33. Now, so check it out. So we know that we had that NYSE, total disaster. So this is what they're pushing right now, okay? So more than 700 miles from Wall Street, the New York Stock Exchange backup center in Chicago is supposed to safeguard U.S. markets, standing by at all hours in case disaster ever strikes the world's largest venue for trading shares. When markets are closed, it participates in a well-worn routine with the New York Stock Exchange staffers turning on and off systems to ensure that everything works. Now, check this out. It's not always human error, but this is pretty intense that a human error can take this down. But heading into Tuesday, a New York Stock Exchange employee failed to properly shut down the disaster recovery system leading to the disaster. The human error, described by people with direct knowledge of the NYSE's internal operations, is what triggered wild market swings when trading opened Tuesday morning in Manhattan. The chaos affected 250 companies. We knew that they're big companies, no doubt, and sent prices swinging by 25 percentage points in the matter of minutes. The episode has prompted the exchange. Now, check this out. They're still being very vague about how they're going to do this. The episode has prompted the exchange to cancel thousands of trades at cost. That at a cost, listen to this, that's still being determined. Well, let's see. It's Thursday at 3:40. Really? Meanwhile, market professionals and day traders are rattled and waiting for the exchange to elaborate on publicly called a manual error involving its disaster recovery configuration. In plain English, according to one of the people, the turmoil resulted because the backup system was left running. That misled, now here it is, that misled the exchange computers to treat the 9:30 opening bell as a continuation of trading from the night before, and they skipped the day's opening auctions that normally set initial prices. Without the routine step, now this is when computers take over. Check this out, folks, okay? Without the routine step, orders flowed through at prices all over the place. So picture what happens with the computers, right? So they don't have an opening bid. They turn the system on, the computers start firing. As the computers start firing, okay, bottom line, some are buying, some are selling. They just keep going, man. And because there wasn't an initial price, but you know what this shows? This shows that the market's nervous, period. And I had brought this up Tuesday when this happened. I've seen personally, and if you've been, most of you tigers and tigers have been in this market a long time, every single time that we have big downdrafts, this happens, man. And it happens before the downdraft. That's my point. Something always seems to happen before there's another acceleration on the way down. So New York executives spent hours pinpointing the problem until they're confident that there wouldn't be another further fallout. Let's see. Shortly before 3 p.m., the exchange announced that it would unwind. Oh, see, this gets wild. So check this out. They'll unwind the most egregious transactions. So this is going to be a trip. So this is... So you had Charles Schwab openly, this is Wednesday, openly criticizing the New York Stock Exchange, saying it's disappointed how the incident was handled and that individuals may not get a fair price when they get the compensation. They're not going to get the compensation, folks, okay? So here this goes. That egregious price. Now, this is going to go back to, watch how this shakes out. I'm going to pull up Wells Fargo first so you can see how this is going to shake out. They're going to have a hard time doing this, but so one of the rules, folks, okay, inside the broker-dealer industry. So see this right here? So we went from, Wells Fargo went from 45 down to 40 and then back at 44, right? So it's 5 times 4 is 20. So this is how this works. They consider egregious more than 5% because inside the broker-dealer business, the way it works is that you cannot, I'm speculating it's 5%. The reason I'm speculating it's 5%, folks, because a broker-dealer is not supposed to mark up a security more than 5%. That's one of the rules, okay? So this is going to get really intriguing. So what do they say? Okay, so this was the open thing. If you're the egregious would be over 5% on the way up or under 5%. So can you imagine? These people are still stuck, man. The most bizarre part about this whole thing is that you still have a human interaction in a $1 trillion marketplace. That is bizarre. So was the guy out having a beer the night before and didn't basically do the job? Or was he having a shot of vodka in the morning? Who knows? The bottom line is that something came down, and if you're in the middle of it, it's a real problem, you know? Because if you're in the middle of it, and let's say you bought or sold, well, did you cover the other side? And then what ends up happening here, watch what happens here, folks. When you do, then they're only going to cover one side of the trade, not the other side. So you might think you're long and you're short, and you might think you're short and you're long. This is where this is going to get like really bizarre. I mean, in a monster way. Let's go take a look and see what kind of the volume we're going to get in the indices. You can see these indices; they're pushing higher. They want to basically and you're going to have light volume here on the NYSE. Right now, you're only at 494 million. That means we're going to do like maybe 750, and that just goes to show that you're losing strength as you get into higher price. The composite's going to have volume. The composite wants higher price. The strength inside the composite has changed compared to the S&P. But you can see this right now. I mean, the top of the range inside the composite is 11,571. Well, guess what? You're only 96 points away from it right now. We're up 166. So this composite's going to go for tomorrow. Now, this is the deviant thing. Check this out. This is where it can get so deviant. And this is what's cool about ABC structures. We know the ABC structure is over the swings. And we're talking about, when you're talking that you're going all the way back to September of 2022. So what you want to keep in mind is that, number one, will you get the volume over the swing? The ABC structure finishes, and then will it be able to hold price? Because if it holds price, the bottom line is that, you know, your next swing is dramatically higher. Your next swing is 12,270. So we're in earnings. We'll find out how this is going to shake out. Dow Industrials right now up 163. NASDAQ up 173. S&P's up 37. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 152. The Nasdaq's up 177. S&Ps are up 36. So let's go take a look and see where we are with these ETFs and the indices. So ETF-wise, bottom line, you're going to finish almost at the high. You know, today 404 is the high. You're at 404.29. You're at 404.15. That says it's going for the swing, particularly on a Friday, folks. You know, you've had a decent week. You give into a Friday. That's just what equities like to do. The NDX, 3Qs, you're up 520 right now. You're trading over, let's see, 42 million. Yeah, you're not going to have enough volume, but bottom line, it's R and ABC up. So the swing point here is 296. 298 is the A to B equals C to D. And you can see this. That can be one more day. You're up $5 right now. 298 is the price projection. You do this again tomorrow, you get it up. The kicker here is going to be, if that's what we get, does it hold price as it gets up to that higher swing point? Or do we get up there, it finishes the ABC structure, and then boom, then it dies on the vine? You know, because now, of course, you kick into the following week, and the following week, okay, you get a whole nother slew happening. It's going to be cool kind of watching this whole thing out, there's no doubt. Inside the NYSE, this is where the contraction of volume is pretty dramatic. You can see we're only at 523 million. That can put 300 million in, so you might get the 800 million. But the composite, however, has the volume. The NASDAQ composite You're already at 5.2. That's going to do heavier volume than yesterday. That's going to do 5.7 or something. And that's saying that the composite wants to go. So it's also saying whoever's coming out with earnings tonight, those earnings, you know, of course, are going to affect the marketplace. But when all's said and done, whether you take the pluses and the minuses, it looks to me that higher prices are still coming at us. The ABC structure is going to finish. That's saying that the dollar is going to stay down at these lows. For tomorrow. Always remember, folks, the bear can claw your heart out, the bull can run you over, and thank God there's always another trade. Health, happiness, and prosperity. Have a great night, folks. Have a safe night. Come back and visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 a.m. Great show, folks. Look at him, folks.